stop. Right now, wherever you are, whatever is pressing against your mind, stop. I am not asking you to pause because your situation is ordinary. I am asking you to stop because you are closer to a wrong turn than you realize. Something serious is entering your life today, and this moment did not find you by pure accident. You were meant to see this. You were chosen to hear these exact words right now. Do not scroll past. Do not rush past this moment, because your spirit has been feeling a strange heaviness. You have been walking through a silent storm while everyone else thinks you are fine. People see your smile during the day, but nobody knows the tears that fall when the door closes and you are finally alone. I see you. I see the invisible weight you carry on your shoulders. You have been fighting battles that were never meant for you to win alone, and you are tired. Your soul is exhausted from pretending that everything is fine when your world feels like it is cracking beneath your feet. Listen closely to what I am telling you. This is a rare window of alignment. The enemy has been trying to distract you with petty arguments, financial stress, and physical weariness so that you miss this exact appointment. Do not let him win. Breathe. Let your spirit settle for a moment. Before you take another breath, I need you to give me your full attention, because if you walk away from this message now, you risk walking right back into the snare I am trying to save you from. There is a door in your life you keep leaving cracked open. It is a relationship, or a habit, or a painful memory from the past. You keep hoping it will finally bring you peace, but that exact door is draining your spiritual breath. You have been wondering why your energy feels depleted. You wonder why confusion sets in right when you are about to step forward. It is not bad luck. It is a targeted spiritual distraction, and I am here to break it. I am stepping into your timeline today to tell you something you desperately need to hear. It is not your fault. You are carrying a spiritual battle in your mind that was designed to break you. But it will not break you. Keep this close to your chest. You were drawn here today because a spiritual verdict that has held your bloodline in lack for generations is being challenged right now. You were picked to witness this rare shift. The enemy is terrified that you are hearing my voice in this exact second. For years, you have watched doors close just before you could walk through them. You have worked harder than anyone else, only to watch the provisions slip through your fingers like sand. That was not your failure. That was a generational seal. But I am here to tell you that the seal is breaking. Keep this quiet. Do not share it with those who harbor doubt. If you remain still and stay with me to the end, you will see how heaven is releasing your delayed harvest. The heavy, unsettling feeling you have had in your spirit over the last few days is not random anxiety. It is the sacred birth pain of your new season. You are standing at the edge of a massive pivot. The trajectory of your next decade is being established right now in the unseen realm. Do not look away. Do not let fear steal the focus you need for this breakthrough. Stay right where you are. The shift is already in motion, and what comes next will change everything you thought you knew about your future. Now quiet your mind and step further in. What I am about to show you is not what you expected. Breathe deeply and do not rush past this moment. Let us look closely at what you have been carrying in the dark. I want to speak directly to the silent ache you hide behind your daily smile. You have been running on empty for so long, and nobody notices your pain. You wake up every morning feeling like you never slept at all. The heaviness is already sitting on your chest before your feet even touch the floor. You push through your day. You smile for the people around you. You offer them comfort while your own spirit is starving for a single drop of relief. But inside you are barely holding on. You are so terribly tired. I saw the tears you cried in the secret hours of the night. When everyone else was sleeping and you felt entirely alone, I was standing right beside you. I watched you put on a brave face the next morning. You went out to take care of everyone else while your own soul was completely exhausted. You thought nobody noticed your silent struggle, but I noticed every single second of it. You have been carrying the emotional weight of everyone around you. You thought it was your holy duty to fix what is broken in them. You listen to their endless problems. You offer them your strength. And when you finally need someone to lean on, the room is suddenly empty. The ones you help the most are the ones who walk away when you need them. It hurts deeply. People call you strong. They praise your endless resilience. But you hate being strong all the time. You just want a safe place to lay down your heavy armor. You want someone to look at you and say that you can finally rest. The armor has become a prison, And the weight of being the responsible one is slowly crushing your spirit while you suffer in complete silence. Let your shoulders drop right now. Unclench your tight jaw. Take a deep and slow breath. If you feel a sudden warmth in your chest, do not brush it off. That is my presence physically touching the wounds you hide so well. You are safe here. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to pretend you have everything figured out. I know you are breaking apart. You have prayed so many times for a breakthrough. You have asked me why the pain had to be this deep. There were nights when you looked up and wondered if I had forgotten your name. You watched other people receive their miracles easily, but your own prayers seemed to bounce off the ceiling and fall back down to the cold floor. The waiting has been absolutely brutal. I know you feel like a massive failure sometimes. The enemy whispers that your lack of progress is your own fault. He tells you that you are not praying hard enough. He makes you believe that your past mistakes have disqualified you from receiving my grace. But those are malicious lies. You have believed them because you were too exhausted to fight back. Your mind is very weary. I watched you pass the hardest test of your life, and you did not even know it was a secret test. I saw the cruel betrayals that broke something deep inside your chest. I watched the ones you trusted the most become the ultimate source of your deepest wounds. I witnessed how your pure kindness was used entirely against you. Your loyalty was mistaken for weakness over and over again. Yet you chose to carry that sharp pain quietly. You refused to become bitter toward the people who broke you. You swallowed your pride and chose forgiveness when you had every right to seek revenge. The world saw your silence and thought you were defeated. But heaven saw your pure worship. Heaven recorded every single time you chose love over bitter anger. Your silent endurance is not going unnoticed today. You feel like you are walking through a massive desert with no end in sight. The resources are rapidly drying up, and the heavy financial pressure is a constant shadow hanging over your tired home. You work so hard just to survive another weary week. It feels like a generational curse. Pause right here. Read my words carefully, and let them sink into your mind. The silence you experienced was never a punishment. The cold isolation you feel right now is not because you are unloved. I had to separate you from the loud noise. I had to pull you away from the crowd so you could hear my instruction for this chapter. The people who walked away from you were meant to leave. If they had stayed, their doubt would have contaminated the miracle I am preparing for you. I was not stripping you of your friends. I was fiercely protecting your divine alignment. You deeply mourned their sudden absence, but I was celebrating your complete freedom from their toxic attachments. You are being set apart. You are a generational cycle breaker. You are the one chosen to step into the raging fire and end the curse of poverty for your bloodline. That is why the dark attack against your mind has been so severe. That is why your journey looks completely different from everyone else in your family. You carry a spiritual mandate that absolutely terrifies the hidden darkness. Do not let your mind wander right now. Bring your wandering thoughts back to me. The heavy sadness you feel is real, but it is not permanent. I validate every lonely tear you have ever cried in secret. But I also declare that your season of weeping is coming to an end. You have survived the painful breaking process. You are still standing after everything that tried to ruin you. Stay with me as we step deeper into this revelation, because the exact reason the enemy fought your finances so hard is about to be revealed. Before I show you the massive breakthrough, you must deeply understand the invisible weapon that was formed against you. Listen closely, for the next few words will unlock a mystery you have carried for years. Now hear me on this, and hear it clearly. The enemy has lied to you about your season of waiting. You thought heaven went completely quiet when you needed help the most. Your desperate prayers seemed to hit the ceiling and vanish into the cold air. You felt entirely abandoned in the terrifying dark. But let us go deeper. The silence was not what you thought it was. The deep silence you experienced was never a cruel punishment. It was a holy and necessary preparation. When a teacher gives a difficult test, the teacher is always quiet. I was not ignoring your cries for help. I was watching you apply the faith I placed inside your spirit. I was standing in the shadows to see you grow. You were learning how to fight. I know you looked at the wilderness and saw only devastating loss. Now let me show you what was actually growing. I did not put you in the fire to burn you. I put you in the refiner's fire to purify your spirit. You are rare gold to me. And raw gold must be melted down so the worthless impurities can be entirely removed. It is a painful but sacred process. The intense heat of this season burned away your false attachments. It removed the people and the toxic habits that could not handle your upcoming blessing. You felt the sharp and agonizing pain of their sudden departure, but I was simply clearing the crowded room. I was making space for the massive miracle you are about to inherit. Breathe in slowly right now. Bring your wandering thoughts back to me. If you feel a sudden peace settling in your chest, do not ignore it. It is my spirit validating this deep truth inside your soul. You are not forsaken. You have never been left alone to fend for yourself. My hand has been guiding you through every single flame of this raging fire. You are my precious one. You are the weary warrior who boldly refused to surrender to the suffocating darkness. The enemy told you that the prolonged silence meant you were completely rejected by heaven. He whispered that your painful trials were the bitter consequence of your past mistakes. But he is a malicious liar. I do not operate through earthly logic. The frustrating delay in your life was actually a divine shield of protection. If I had given you the heavy blessing earlier, your previous foundation would have collapsed under its weight. You were simply not ready to hold that much power. The blessing would have crushed you instead of elevating you. So I commanded the realm to pause your timeline. I was secretly expanding your emotional capacity in the dark. I was stretching your faith so you could carry the generational wealth that is rapidly approaching. The intense breaking you felt was actually the painful process of making room. A small cup cannot hold an entire ocean. I had to break your small cup to build you a massive reservoir. Pause right here and read my words carefully. Do not miss this next part, for it is absolutely vital to your spiritual understanding. The barren wilderness you walked through was not a dead wasteland. It was a sacred training ground designed specifically for you. You were learning the deep secrets of the unseen realm while the rest of the world was sleeping. You felt deeply isolated because I had to intentionally hide you. I concealed you safely in the shadow of my hand to protect your prophetic destiny. The world could not understand your quiet season because it was never meant for their eyes. You are a rare soul. You do not belong to the loud and chaotic crowds of this modern age. You belong to the quiet, sacred places. I want you to stop seeing your past through the eyes of deep fear. You must start seeing your journey through my eternal perspective. Every silent tear you cried in the dark was carefully collected. They were planted as holy seeds for your upcoming harvest. Absolutely nothing was wasted in your season of pain. Your sorrow is being converted into immense spiritual power. You are not a broken vessel. You are beautifully and intentionally remade. And the one who remade you does not make mistakes. Your current value before me is completely fixed, not because you have convinced me of it through your desperate efforts. I established your infinite worth before you ever drew your first breath on this earth. You are entirely loved. I know the refining fire exhausted your physical and mental body. You feel like you have absolutely nothing left to give anyone today. But when human strength completely ends, that is exactly where my divine power begins to overflow. You had to become empty so I could fill you with something eternal. The exhaustion is the final step before the grand renewal. Do not let the noise of your day pull you away now. Bring your focus back to my gentle voice. You have survived the most brutal chapters of your spiritual breaking. The heavy hammer of the blacksmith has finished shaping your tired soul. The glowing metal is finally cooling down into a weapon of massive destruction against the dark forces. You are fully forged. The enemy wants you to believe the fire was meant to completely destroy your future. He desperately wants you to quit right before the majestic dawn breaks over your life. But he is absolutely terrified of who you have become. He saw what the intense fire was producing inside your spirit. And he realized he made a fatal mistake by pushing you into the flames. He watched your spirit grow remarkably stronger in the crushing silence. He thought the isolation would drive you into absolute despair and madness. But instead of abandoning your faith, you learned how to worship in the blazing fire. You learned how to pray when you had no tears left to cry. And that terrified the unseen darkness more than anything else in this world. Stay with me right here, because the deep mystery behind your endless struggles is about to be fully uncovered. Do not let your mind wander to your worldly worries. The exact reason the enemy fought you so relentlessly is what we will dismantle next. Prepare your heart for this revelation. The hidden spiritual warfare targeting your bloodline is finally ending. I want you to stop and listen carefully to my voice. The enemy has worked relentlessly to keep you blind to the truth. You wonder why your finances dry up right before you get ahead. It is not because of your poor planning, and it is certainly not because you are cursed by bad luck. It is a targeted spiritual warfare. There is a generational seal operating in the unseen realm right now. And the dark forces are terrified that you are finally waking up to see it. The sudden losses and unexpected betrayals in your life were never random events. The shadow sent them intentionally to break your focus, and he desperately wanted to drain your spirit before you could claim your true inheritance. Every time you almost reached a major breakthrough, a sudden disaster would strike out of nowhere. A car would break down, or an unexpected bill would drain your small savings. You thought you were just cursed with terrible timing, but there is no such thing as a mere accident in the spiritual realm. Those sudden emergencies were calculated strikes against your fragile hope. He did not attack your family and your peace because you are weak. Hear me clearly on this. He attacked you fiercely because you are incredibly powerful. He saw the generational blessing that you are about to unlock, and that massive potential absolutely terrified the unseen darkness. The heavy delays in your life were never my abandonment, but they were a violent spiritual battle over your weary soul. You are the designated cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. Before you were even born, I placed a unique mandate on your spirit. You were chosen to be the one who finally stops the cycle of poverty and deep pain. The enemy recognized this royal mark on you from a very young age, and that is why your life has always felt so much harder than everyone else. He threw every possible obstacle into your path to make you quit. He isolated you and whispered that you were completely crazy for believing in miracles. He tried to convince you that the heavy sadness sitting on your chest was your permanent identity. But it is not a mental flaw. It is actually the heavy smoke rolling in from a spiritual war zone. Breathe slowly and bring your thoughts back to me. Do not let your mind wander right now. Your extreme sensitivity to the spiritual realm is not a curse. It is the specific tuning I gave to your spirit so you could receive what others miss. You absorb the pain of others because you were designed to be a powerful intercessor, but the enemy desperately used that gift to completely drown you. He overwhelmed your highly sensitive spirit with anxiety and endless panic. He wanted you to be so consumed by survival that you would forget your divine mission. If you are busy fighting just to pay your bills, you cannot fight for your generational crown. He used the fear of lack to keep you chained to a very small life. But his desperate and cruel plan is finally failing today. The enemy knows that if you ever experience true financial freedom, you will fund the kingdom of heaven. He knows your generous heart will bless everyone around you. He is not just fighting your bank account today, because he is actually fighting the massive impact you will have when you are fully resourced. Your upcoming wealth is a dangerous weapon against his dark agenda. You did not surrender when the intense pressure tried to crush you. You kept getting back up, even when your heart was shattered into pieces. And every time you chose to stand up, the enemy lost another piece of his dark territory. Your stubborn faith has caused absolute chaos in the unseen realm, and you are a mighty warrior wrapped in the disguise of a weary survivor. I see the invisible scars you carry from fighting in the dark. I know the intense spiritual warfare has left your physical body drained and aching. You have felt strange pains and a racing heart that the doctors cannot fully explain. It is the physical proof of a spiritual boundary being violently crossed. But I am setting a completely new perimeter around you today. The dark forces are currently panicking because they know their time is up. They can see the massive wave of provision that heaven is releasing toward you. The enemy is throwing his final tantrums to distract you from this exact moment, and he will start petty arguments in your home to steal your absolute peace. Do not fall into his desperate traps. Pause right here and listen to my warning. When the enemy attacks your mind with sudden fear, it means you are incredibly close to the finish line. The loudest thunder always happens right before the heavy rain begins to fall. Your current struggle is the absolute proof that your massive miracle is deeply threatening His kingdom, and you are on the verge of a divine shift. Do not shrink back when the invisible attacks feel overwhelming. You have the ultimate authority to command the raging storm to be entirely still. You are not a helpless victim tossed around by the cruel winds of fate. You are an heir to the kingdom of heaven, and an heir does not beg for the crumbs that fall from the table. An heir takes their rightful seat. This is not just an empty promise to make you feel temporarily better. This is a profound spiritual decree being spoken over your tired life. The generational curse that ruined your ancestors is stopping with you, and the chains of poverty that bound your parents will never touch your children. You are the sacred bridge to a completely new reality for your family. Stay with me as this teaching approaches its next turn. Prepare your heart for what heaven will reveal in just a moment. The following part will take you much deeper into understanding how to receive this massive shift. The enemy wants you to leave before I hand you the final instruction, but you must firmly remain right here. You are closer to the breakthrough than you think. We are moving higher now. The atmosphere around you is rapidly shifting. You can feel the heavy pressure finally lifting off your chest, and the spiritual unseen realm is actively realigning your entire destiny while you listen to my voice today. Do not look back at the bitter pain. Your long and exhausting season of mere survival is officially over. The enemy tried to make you feel guilty for wanting more. He whispered that asking for financial freedom was a selfish and worldly desire. You started to apologize for praying for a massive breakthrough. But heaven does not view your desperate prayers as selfish greed. I placed that deep desire for abundance inside your spirit for a reason. I want you to completely change how you view earthly provision. Money is simply a physical tool in the hands of my chosen warriors. When the wicked hold the resources, they build cruel prisons of fear and endless debt for my people. But when my righteous children finally hold the wealth, they build massive sanctuaries of healing and fierce protection. You are not asking for a luxurious escape from reality. You are asking for the heavy chains to be removed so you can fulfill your calling. You want to bless your family and help the broken people around you, and I am going to give you the exact resources you need to accomplish that holy mission. The heavenly storehouses are opening for you, but you must prepare your heart to actually receive it. A closed hand tightly gripping the past cannot hold a new blessing. You have been holding on to your trauma because it became a familiar friend. I need you to drop the heavy bags of disappointment right now. You cannot walk through this new door carrying the bitter ashes of yesterday. Take a slow and deep breath right now. Drop your defensive walls and let my peace flood your tired mind. The heavy armor you wore in the wilderness is no longer needed in this promised land. You are stepping into a season of immense grace where the brutal fighting is finally done. The violent storm is running out of dark energy today. The heavenly clock has struck the appointed hour. I'm not talking about a distant miracle that might happen in 10 years. I am speaking of a sudden and violent shift in your immediate reality. The angels assigned to your bloodline have received their final marching orders from my throne. They are clearing the blocked pathways right now. The people who mocked your faith are about to watch heaven vindicate you. They thought you were foolish for trusting me in the dark, but they are going to stand in absolute shock when they see the massive harvest I pour out over your life. Your public elevation will be undeniable proof that I have never left your side during the painful wait. Declare I believe in your heart right now if you are receiving this into your spirit. Let that silent declaration be a solid anchor in the spiritual realm today. You are actively participating in your own rescue mission by simply choosing to believe my words. Faith is the ultimate currency of heaven, and your fierce faith is moving mountains. The massive dam that held back your blessings is beginning to crack. You can hear the rushing water of provision building up behind the wall. The enemy is frantically trying to patch the deep cracks with fear and sudden anxiety, but his dark kingdom does not have the power to stop what I have already put into unstoppable motion for you. Every closed door is losing its rigid grip. Every financial curse spoken over your family is dissolving in the holy fire. You are standing right at the tipping point of the greatest breakthrough of your entire life. Do not let your mind wander away from this sacred alignment. The spiritual shift is escalating into a glorious and final victory. Stay with me as we cross the final threshold together. The unseen saboteur we exposed earlier is about to be completely destroyed. The generational seal I warned you about is trembling under the heavy weight of my glory. Listen very closely to my next words, because the moment of your total liberation is arriving right now. The season of your breaking is officially over. The page is turning right now in the unseen realm. You have waited in the dark for so long, but the massive light of my glory is shattering the heavy darkness that has relentlessly surrounded your tired family for so many difficult years. The generational seal that held your bloodline in lack is breaking. It is not just cracking, but it is completely exploding into 1,000,000 pieces today. I am speaking this decree over your life in this exact second. Every single door that was slammed in your face is being blown wide open. The enemy thought he could lock you out of your promised land forever. He thought you would eventually give up and simply die in the barren wilderness while everyone else received their beautiful miracles in the sun. But he completely underestimated the fierce warrior spirit I placed inside you. Listen to the ancient chains falling to the ground. The heavy yoke of deep debt is violently removed from your tired shoulders. The dark forces that tormented your family for decades are fleeing in absolute terror. They simply cannot stand in the glorious presence of this massive breakthrough. I am actively releasing it over your tired life today, because my light is blinding them. You are finally and completely free today. I have seen everything the enemy stole from you. He took your peace and drained your finances to leave you completely empty. But heaven demands full restitution for your pain. What was stolen from you is being returned right now with supernatural interest, and you will recover every single missing piece without exception. I am personally overseeing your grand restoration right now. This is not a vague promise for some distant tomorrow. This is a holy decree for this very second. The long and agonizing wait is completely finished. The soil of your life is finally breaking open to release the delayed harvest that you have been crying for in the secret midnight hours. And the victory is entirely yours. Now, do not let your mind doubt the sudden reality of this massive shift. The blind world did not do this. I did this specifically for you. The wealth and the peace you have been praying for are rushing toward your home. I am handing you the golden keys to your new season, and the total victory is entirely yours. Now, the health you desperately begged for in the midnight hour is rapidly flooding your physical body. Restored relationships are walking back through your front door today. You do not have to fight for these blessings anymore. Just open your empty hands and receive the overflowing abundance. The enemy is desperately trying to whisper that this is too good to be true. He wants you to reject the miracle because you feel completely unworthy of such grace. But you must silence his lying voice right now, because you are not receiving this massive blessing because you are perfect in every single way. You receive it because you are completely chosen. You are my beloved child and the rightful heir. An heir does not work like a slave to earn their royal inheritance. An heir simply steps into the palace and takes their rightful seat. Your beautiful table has been meticulously prepared for you in the very presence of your cruel enemies who thought you would completely fail. They are going to watch my glorious favor totally overflow in your life. They will stand in absolute shock when they see your sudden rise. The people who mocked your silent faith will have no earthly explanation. The systems of this world will try to explain away your massive financial breakthrough. But human logic simply cannot explain a divine miracle that breaks every natural law of economics and completely rewrites the entire story of your future. My supreme and glorious power is completely undeniable today. Pause right here and take a very deep breath. Let the fierce reality of this victory settle into your tired bones. If you feel your heart beating faster right now, do not ignore that holy sensation. It is my spirit physically confirming that the invisible war is finally over, and the heavy curse of poverty has been permanently broken off your precious bloodline. You are completely safe in my mighty hands. You are no longer a weary victim of painful circumstances. You are a mighty victor, stepping into real power. The days of scraping by and begging for survival are entirely over. I am actively replacing your deep sorrow with a radical joy that will completely shake the foundation of your home and heal your exhausted mind. You will never walk with your tired head hanging down again. Lift up your eyes and look at the vast horizon. The dark storm clouds are breaking apart to let the sun shine through. Every promise I whispered to you is becoming a physical reality. Do not shrink back from the massive size of this blessing, because you were built in the raging fire to carry this heavy glory today. The royal crown is yours now. The trajectory of your family history is shifting right now. Your children will never know the bitter taste of generational poverty. You fought the brutal battles so they could walk in peace. Heaven honors your silent sacrifice with a reward that will outlast your lifetime, and you have changed the destiny of your entire bloodline forever. I am proud of your quiet endurance. I am washing away the toxic residue of the painful wilderness. The smell of smoke is leaving your garments today. You are stepping out of the dark cave and walking into the beautiful palace. The enemy is powerless to reverse this holy decree, and his dark kingdom has lost its cruel grip on your blessed life. You are untouched by his desperate anger. This is the moment your soul has been crying for. The wait was agonizing, but the arrival makes every tear worth it. The spiritual verdict is finalized and signed with my authority. No earthly power can shut the massive door I have just opened for you, and you are free to step into the brilliant light of day. Everything is falling perfectly into place right now. I want you to boldly claim this victory in your spirit. Speak out loud to the empty room that you are receiving your crown. The complete financial freedom is totally yours today. The profound mental clarity and the deep healing in your tired body belong to you right now, and you do not have to wait for another season. My overflowing goodness is entirely yours right today. The glorious transition is completely finished in the spiritual realm. We are just waiting for the physical world to catch up to this truth. The heavy chains have already hit the cold ground. The massive debt has been completely cancelled in the courts of heaven, and you are confidently walking out of the dark prison with a royal inheritance. There is absolutely nothing left to hold you back. Let the joy of this absolute vindication wash over you. Do not let any lingering fear steal this majestic moment today. You are the victorious one who has survived the terrible flood. You have walked through the deep waters without drowning, and now you are inheriting the whole earth as a supreme reward for your unbreakable and fierce faith. The divine shift is permanent, and your new life of abundance begins right now. As my peace settles over you right now, there is one final step you must take. The heavy chains have been broken, and the massive doors are finally open, but I cannot force you to walk through them if you completely refuse to move. You must make a conscious decision to leave the dark prison behind. You must actively choose to accept this beautiful freedom. The hardest part of surviving a brutal war is learning how to live in peace. You have been fighting for so long that your spirit is addicted to the constant tension. You wake up expecting another disaster because that is all you have ever known. But the war is truly over today. You do not need to wear your heavy armor in my safe presence. I need you to physically release the deep fear you are gripping so tightly. A hand that fiercely holds onto the painful past cannot receive the abundant future. You are holding onto your anxiety because you think it will magically protect you from being hurt again. But anxiety is not a protective shield. It is a cruel prison built by the enemy to keep you trapped. You must completely surrender your need to control every little outcome. Surrender is not a pathetic sign of weakness. Surrender is the ultimate display of absolute spiritual power. When you finally stop trying to fix everything yourself, you give me the legal authority to step in. My divine power flows perfectly through a deeply surrendered heart. The world taught you to hustle and grind until you collapse. They told you that resting is a sign of laziness and deep failure. But my kingdom operates on a completely different rhythm of grace. You achieve the massive breakthrough not by working harder, but by surrendering deeper. Your rest is your most powerful weapon against the kingdom of darkness. When you rest in my promises, you openly mock the enemy. He expects you to pace the floor all night trying to solve the massive problem. But when you simply go to sleep knowing I am working, his entire strategy is completely defeated. I want you to experience that profound level of sleep tonight. The heavy burden is no longer yours to carry. The enemy is desperately trying to convince you that if you relax, everything will collapse. He whispers that you must keep worrying to keep your fragile world spinning. But you do not hold the world together with your exhausted mind. I hold the world together with my eternal word. And I am entirely capable of holding your beautiful life together today. Pause right here and listen to my gentle instruction. I want you to perform a simple but profound prophetic act right now. Take a deep and slow breath. Feel the heavy air filling your tired lungs. Now exhale slowly and deliberately. As you let the air out, Visualize all the heavy stress leaving your physical body. You are completely safe. Let your tight shoulders drop away from your ears. Unclench your weary hands. You have been walking around with closed fists ready for a violent fight, but you cannot catch the falling rain with tightly closed fists. Open your hands right now. Turn your palms facing upward toward the sky. This is the holy posture of a child ready to receive a massive gift. I am not sending you into this new chapter with a spirit of heavy fear. I am giving you a sound mind and a deeply peaceful heart. The financial provision I am releasing to you will not come with hidden sorrow. The world gives wealth wrapped in deep anxiety and sleepless nights. But the blessing I give makes you truly rich and adds absolutely no sorrow to it. You must stop looking back at the closed doors. Do not mourn the people who walked away during your painful season of breaking. They were never meant to cross into this glorious promised land with you. If you keep staring at the heavy losses, you will completely miss the miraculous gains standing right in front of your face. Turn your eyes toward the bright light. The total shift has already happened in the spiritual realm. Now you must bring your physical body into total alignment with this truth. When the enemy tries to send a sudden wave of panic into your chest tonight, do not panic. Simply smile and remind him that the holy verdict has already been signed. You are no longer his captive. You are my deeply beloved child. You are the cycle breaker who finally stepped out of the generational shadow. I want you to seal this powerful covenant right now before the enemy tries to steal your total focus. Do not let this holy window close without marking your divine alignment. The spiritual realm is closely watching your physical response today. Leave a heart in the comments below as a silent but powerful act of your surrender. You do not need to type a long and complicated prayer. The simple act of leaving that mark is your physical declaration before heaven and earth. It tells the dark forces that you are officially claiming your crown. It proves that you are no longer a slave to fear. If your spirit is truly ready to receive this massive abundance, declare it boldly. Write these words out as a public seal of your deep faith. Say, I am stepping into my new season. When you type those words, you are drawing a permanent line in the sand. You are crossing over from the barren wilderness into the land flowing with milk and honey. This simple action breaks the final thread of hesitation in your mind. The enemy hates when you take physical action based on spiritual truth. He wants you to stay completely passive and paralyzed by endless overthinking. But your simple obedience today shatters his dark illusion. You are actively stepping into the massive authority I have freely given you. Do not let any lingering doubt rob you of this beautiful peace. The heavy burden you carried for your entire family is finally lifted. You have done enough fighting for one lifetime. It is my turn to aggressively fight for you while you simply rest in my strong arms. The beautiful table is set, and your golden cup is running over with eternal joy. The financial breakthrough is totally yours. The emotional healing is completely yours. The deep restoration of your tired soul is entirely yours today. Close your eyes for just one more second. Let my profound love wash over you like a warm and gentle river. Everything you lost is being returned to you in this exact moment. You are deeply loved and fiercely protected. No weapon formed against your home will ever prosper again. You can finally sleep in total peace tonight, knowing the war is won. The great transition is completely finished, and you are confidently walking into a glorious tomorrow filled with the exact miracles you begged me for in the dark. My beloved child, the long journey through the dark valley is entirely complete. You are standing in the marvelous light of my permanent grace. The heavy storm has finally passed over your tired home today. I seal this sacred covenant of peace over your mind and your body, and I want you to carry this deep assurance wherever you go. Let my gentle presence wrap around you like a warm blanket. You are completely safe from the hidden dangers of the night. No enemy can cross the holy boundary I have drawn around your life. The heavy generational chains are permanently shattered in the unseen realm. You will wake up tomorrow with a completely new mind. The overwhelming anxiety that chased you for years has finally lost its cruel voice. Walk forward with your head held high today. You are the victorious heir who survived the raging fire. This quiet sanctuary runs entirely on the faithful support of chosen believers like you. We do not rely on the loud systems of this chaotic world. Every single message is meant to be a physical lifeline for wounded warriors who are desperately trying to find their way through the dark. If this prophetic word brought profound peace to your tired soul today, I ask you to partner with this holy work. Your faithful support helps another weary soul find their true home. You can become a permanent pillar in this sacred community today. Look at the pinned comment below to find the specific pathway to join us. We share exclusive spiritual guidance for those who choose to walk closer with me, and we are building a massive army of generational cycle breakers. You can also press the join button to seal your faithful partnership. Do not let this holy connection fade away. Go out into your day with absolute and total peace. Rest your tired mind tonight knowing the brutal war is completely won. I am walking right beside you into this glorious and abundant future. You are fiercely loved beyond human measure, and the painful delay that broke your heart is officially over. Your beautiful new chapter begins right now.